This is quinoa, growing on the edge of the Salar de Uyuni in the Altiplano of the Bolivian Andes. Chenopodium quinoa comes in many different colors, and there are over 100 different varieties. It belongs to the plant family Amaranthaceae, of which there are between 2,000 and 2,500 species of plants. The majority grow as shrubs with long stems whose leaves die back and fall off, thus leaving long, bountiful rows of seed, and this is the portion consumed when eating amaranth or quinoa. Although they are rarely consumed in the U.S., the leaves of many amaranth plants are highly nutritious and found in some African, Caribbean, and South American dishes. There are also succulents in the amaranth family and leafier plants such as spinach. Quinoa was first cultivated around Lake Titicaca, here. It is native to the Altiplano, the plateau where the Andes are widest, indicated by the shaded blue region in the center of the map. Quinoa has been found in Chilean and Peruvian tombs dating between 3000 and 5000 BCE. It was an attractive crop because of its ability to grow in drought, cold, and sometimes salty soils of the high Andes. Here are examples of the terraced bed systems that the Incans used to cultivate such crops as potatoes, quinoa, and other amaranths. These large terraced beds came out of a need for flat land, which is generally lacking in the high Andes. These terraced beds would be connected by a series of irrigation canals, and here are the terraced beds at Machu Picchu, and more terraced beds in the Sacred Valley, about an hour and a half away, in the Sacred Valley outside of Cusco, Peru. Here are more pictures that try to illustrate the magnitude of these terraced beds. Here are some people who are just dwarfed by the 10 to 15 foot walls of each terraced bed. So quinoa is grown in the Altiplano in full sun, sub-freezing temperatures, lack of water through much of the year, in very sandy or even salty soil. It's one of the few crops that can grow in the area around the Salar de Uyuni, the Bolivian salt flats. There, quinoa real, this quinoa pictured here, grows the best. Noctuids are the biggest pests to quinoa. They belong to the family Noctuidae within the order Lepidoptera. Helicoverpa quinoa and Orisaka quinoa are found in both wet regions around Lake Titicaca as well as the dry regions like Uyuni. They burrow into stems of young plants and into the seeds of mature plants, and Orisaka quinoa can cause downy mildew upon the quinoa's leaves. However, today, light and pheromone traps are employed to lure the noctuids away from crops. Quinoa can be used as a staple ingredient and a replacement for rice if you're eating something such as curry or gallo pinto, or as a type of grain when making pancakes or a black bean quinoa burger. Today, most quinoa comes from Peru, with a lot being exported from Bolivia too. Because of its nutritional value and ability to grow on marginal lands, many people are interested in quinoa as a way to combat world hunger. The majority of the Altiplano lies within Bolivia, where quinoa's germplasm is fiercely defended. Out of fear of economic exploitation, the Bolivian government has been withholding the majority of quinoa's over 100 varieties of seeds, and so now the Western world only has access to black, white, and red quinoa. Many growers want to genetically manipulate and hybridize quinoa strains to grow in new places, and the legacy of quinoa may be about to change. Thank you.